Let's bring in a great friend of the show, primetime 99 comedian Alex Stein. Alex Stein, welcome back to the U.S. Report. I love your work for one reason. You go onto the front lines of the lunacy and the idiocy of the world that we live in so that I don't have to. And tell us about this here. You went and attended a Queers for Palestine protest in Dallas. I'm going to give our viewers a little taste, and then I want you to tell us about it. Let's have a look at this.
Are there pride parades in Palestine?
I will not talk to the media.
Gays are not allowed to be in Palestine. You know that.
I'm scaring everyone.
I'm not scaring anyone. I'm trying to ask questions.
Right?
I use my body. Yeah, you're using your body.
Hey,
throw your ass off a roof too. These people are delusional. They're protesting for Gaza. They don't even know the treatment of gay people in Gaza.
Alex, they seem nice.
Well, as you say, this is the Dallas Pride Parade. These were the protesters protesting the Pride Parade. It was insane, James.
So I mean, like, this is the thing, and actually, one thing I think we can take credit for here in Australia is that original Queers for Palestine sign that's been going around for years now, that actually started at the University of Sydney, right here in Australia. But the thing that strikes me here is that people are so on that side, so tunnel vision about their cause, they will not listen to anybody saying, hey, you know, maybe you're on the wrong track here. Where does this delusion come from, Alex Stein?
I think it comes from brainwashing. I think it comes from indoctrination because let's be real. Those people, if we had given them a free ticket to Gaza or Palestine, none of them would go there, but they will all spend their afternoon yelling and shouting at other people at a pride event and, you know, guilt tripping them and making them feel bad about their cause, when in reality, they're supporting a country that doesn't support them back. So it just shows you how hypocritical they are and how that they really don't have a very big world view, in my opinion, because if they're that narrow and they're literally protesting for a country that would throw them off a roof, they got to wake up and have some gratitude for how great it is here in America.
Yeah, but I mean, to have gratitude, you've got to feel happy, and I think these people don't feel very happy. But I think one of the things, too, and I'd love to get your take on this, because, yeah, there's a lot of leftist anti-Semitism and Marxism and glorification of third world nonsense all wrapped up in these protests. But it seems to me that an awful lot of these protesters, they seem like they've got no meaning to their life. They seem bored, and that this sort of idiocy is just something to do, a way to kind of fill the empty space where, you know, other sorts of things that might have given them something to do intellectually and physically and mentally would have once been. What do you think of that?
You're exactly spot on. You're 100% correct, because these are the holdovers from the BLM riots. These are basically professional activists. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of them weren't getting paid to organize these events. So these are people that don't have anything better to do than go on the street and yell at other people and try to guilt people and try to virtue signal. So you're right. They're doing it more for the social aspect and not for the actual cause that they're quote unquote supporting. So you're spot on. I agree with what you said 100%.
Yeah, and Alex, too, I mean, it's funny, interesting, some of the backlash here. I sometimes wish that I, made, a lot of money so that I could withhold donations that I once gave. But, some of these alumnus are doing some amazing things. One Columbia University alum has apparently donated anonymously $260 million to one of Israel's largest universities to get back at Columbia for the way they've coddled these protesters. I reckon voting with a checkbook's a good thing here. What do you reckon?
Well, I agree, and I think that's why Donald Trump is breaking records with his fundraising right now, because they try to throw him in jail. They, totally convicted him on a sham deal. So it has a Streisand effect. Like when you tell us to ignore something, it kind of brings it attention, and that's what's happening. The opposite of their intended effect is what seems to be happening on these campuses, and they're losing support. And let's be real. I mean, I'm anti-war. I don't want people dying in wars, but they need to give up the hostages, and they need to try to, take some accountability for their side of this battle. But they don't want to have that conversation because it's too tough.